Some people usually study really hard before exams, and to me, I agree with this. I think that studying hard before exam is good, and it's really important if you want to have high grades in exams. So I have many reasons for why this is true, and the first reason I will talk about is that if you study really hard, you read, and you read about every information, you watch about every lesson, you will remember more. So if you're in a test, you remember things that you've learned last night, you would be able to do it. You will be able to get high score in the test. Everyone wants to do well on tests. They want to have high grades. They want to have high score with that. So if you study hard, really hard before exams, you can do well on tests. And I think that's also why teachers and our parents usually give us a lot of homework, and as our teacher they usually give us a lot of schoolwork before tests. And even when there's not a test or an exam going near, they would still give us a lot, so that if an exam suddenly pops up and you have to do it suddenly or unexpectedly, you will be able to remember things and do well on them. So many people think that when you study hard, you will be tired. But students, they are young and they have the energy, and sometimes I think the ability to study hard without resting too much or without sleeping every time they look at their paper or they go back through every information. Students, they have the energy and the ability to study hard without resting, and I think that they have that motivation to study like that because when they think about the prospect of getting an extremely high score on their test and surprising the teachers and parents, it makes them feel happy and motivated, so that they would do well and try their best on test and study hard too. So in conclusion, I think that we should study hard before exams, and for all those reasons, we will have better grades, high scores, and we will still remember information more easily, even when we aren't in a test or we aren't studying for an exam. So that's all for today, and thank you for listening.